What's up, everybody? The Reds beat Arsenal by 3-1 at Anfield. Exactly as we predicted here on Anfield Agenda, luckily enough. What a game of football that was. To come back from 1-0 down to get that 3-1 victory shows strength and character of this group of players. I'm delighted to welcome my partner in crime, the other half of the channel, Mr. Connor Crosby, to the chat. How are you, Connor?
I am very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm delighted to see that you're well. You're back to yourself. I mean, a lot of people were worried about you, but look, we don't have time to care about you too much. But it is great to hear you back in fine fettle. Have you recovered?
I have, yeah. The way you were telling people, I got a lot of comments. You'd swear I was dying the way people are going on. But yeah, it's good. It's good to see everyone supporting me when I was a bit ill. But yeah, all good now.
Man, I may had you recovered from the match. I don't give a shit about your illness, mate. This is about the game.
Oh yeah, nerves of steel. I don't get nervous football.
Nah, that's not what you were telling me at half time, you lying bastard.
I was knackered at half time after that. Fucking hell, what a fucking... It was just 100 miles an hour, like.
It was a mad game. We've loads to pick through. Let's slip into the chat and see how everybody's feeling as well. Connor's going to be announcing the winner of our Liverpool shirt as well in a couple of moments, so get ready for that one, Connor. Right, now the rest of the Prem is in a whole lot of Jota trouble, said Joshua. How great was it, folks, that the Ogo Jota got himself his goal on his debut? I thought maybe the chance had gone, Connor, when Mohamed Salah ran in to take the ball off him.
I don't know what happened there, yeah. But what annoys me most about that is, there's going to be 4 million articles this week saying how Salah's greedy. Next week he'll get a chance and he'll try to square up when he should have shot. It's going to be all this again.
I'm not having any of Salah being greedy. He played a few beautiful through balls today as well. I thought he worked well. It was great. It was a very good performance. The goal that they scored, folks, was absolutely calamitous. But look, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you want to vote in our Man of the Match poll, which we'll give you the results of at the end of the show, you can do that over in the Flick Chat app as well. We'll be announcing the winner of the Man of the Match poll in a moment. But Connor, I'm going to come to you, mate, for the winner. I'm going to pull the image up, will I? Let's go sexy on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are doing a giveaway. You guys can pick any of these Liverpool Stadium shirts, or if you want the shirt that I'm wearing, you can pick one of these for yourself as well. We've been doing this competition. All you had to do was to sign up to our Flick Chat group. Delighted to say that Connor has a winner now for us. Mr. Crosby, go ahead.
Right. Do you want to give me a drum roll?
Can I do it? Hang on.
James Bell 94 has won it. Congratulations, James.
James Bell 94 is the winner of that Liverpool shirt. James, we will send you a message on Flick, buddy, to get your details, what shirt you want. If you want the name and number or whatever, we'll sort it out. If you didn't win, folks, don't worry about it. We've got more giveaways coming up on the channel. We've got a 50k mark to hit to as well. We're getting very close to 49. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. But look, let's go through the game. Their goal, Connor. It was one of these situations where I was thinking to myself, right, we're bossing the game, we're on top. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 1, what was Robbo doing? 2, Lacazette miskicked it. And 3, Alisson just couldn't reach up to it. It was mental.
It was just calamity central, really. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Even Lacazette today missed 2 absolute clear-cut chances. And the one goal he did score was an absolute just bounce into the ground. Shouldn't have went in, really. Even Alisson, if he hadn't... I know obviously it's hard to not go down when he expected it to go down, but he just almost fell down underneath it. It was just... Everyone just kind of failed there somehow.
Yeah, it was meant. What got me was Alisson trying to claw it. You could see, it was millimetres away from getting a hand to it. And look, while we're talking about a goalkeeper, Connor, 2 massive one-on-one saves against Lacazette. Just goalkeeping par excellence, buddy.
Yeah, all these rumours beforehand about him being injured, or not rumours, because he obviously had the test done today to see was he fit now, but he would have been some loss. We mightn't have won that game if he hadn't been there today. Say what you want about Adrian. I think he's a good enough keeper, but I don't know if he's saving them ones or not.
No, I agree. I mean, it's about positioning, timing, just so many little bits and pieces. Look, we'll never know if Adrian would have saved it, but what we do know is that Alisson did, once again proving why he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. A lot of people saying that AFTV are going mad. Do you know what? I really could care less about AFTV. That's, we'll come and be celebrating, be happy with the champions. Connor, did you say back to back?
I think I did, yeah.
Back to back? Right, folks, let us know your thoughts on the game. Brian Morrissey said football expertise par excellence. He actually flicked it and almost saved it. Said, what is this? The Real Stabby Live. That's a very strange name, buddy. What have we got? Is James even on them live chat? I don't know if he's in this chat, mate, but it doesn't matter because we can get him on Flick chat. So, we can contact anybody on there. Face to face with recent losses by Arsenal. And now looking surely for back-to-back. Game coming up on Thursday as well. And look, let's talk through the goals. And I have to say that our goal, the first one, was a beautiful move. Sadio Mane, little tap in, but it all came, Connor, from the hard work of Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you were there calling in the commentary, giving out with the ref giving the play on, but it eventually worked out. Yeah, Salah doing good work. I think was holding, got past, just shrugged him off really, ball across, Mane, tap in. Like, it's just beautiful football.
Yeah, he's spot on. I was calling Craig Pawson a lunatic for allowing the play on, and then we got and scored from it. So again, apologies. I did apologise in commentary to Craig Pawson. He got it right. Well done. But look, after that, Connor, it was just a matter of can we go on and win this game, and how great was it to see Robbo pop up and get the second one?
Oh, he just fully redeemed himself there. Like, I think everyone was a bit like, no one really gets mad at Robbo, I don't think, because we love him so much. But like, you're just disappointed. And then when he done that, it was just like, yeah, he's back. He's done it. He's redeemed himself. So fair play.
Yeah, he's been looking for a goal actually. And do you know what? I don't know what Arsenal fans or AFTV are going mad over, but I'm wondering, both of our second and third goals, I wondered at the time, was there any use of the arms? Now, Robbo's one I think was none, but Jota's one a little bit later on, I think that might have brushed his arm, buddy.
I thought that too. The commentators on Sky were saying no, it didn't. I think it was just the angle. It hit off his chest. I think it's similar to that one. Remember the Van Dijk was the last season. Everyone was thinking his hand was always just the angles of the camera, but actually his chest was, yeah, like the commentators seemed to think there was nothing in that.
It was a wonderful finish though, straight into the bottom corner. No chance for Leno.
Yeah, so happy for him after like not getting that other one that Salah nicked off him. But yeah, just perfect start in the Premier League for him.
Brian Morris, he said Kloppo's on fire. Joe Gomez said Anfield agenda, I know we just finished, but prediction for the Thursday game, another great game of football, mate. That's what I'm looking forward to on Thursday. I've got school, but I'm not going to bed till 12. So Jake Donovan, well played Jake, but school is important, buddy. Trent to Robbo with the assist as well, said somebody in the chat, Connor. Yeah, fullback to fullback. FPL players going to be loving that.
Yeah, that's a fair point actually. I just gave up on FPL this season, like, going to like, so I always just forget about it after 2 weeks, so I didn't even bother. But
can you, somebody asking to turn your volume up a little bit. I don't know if that's possible at your end, but maybe just shout a little bit louder.
Yeah, I'll try doing Skype here.
You're fully up on my end. But anyway, let's go through a few more comments. Salah's passing, though, said A. Dagger. Beautiful. Exactly, mate. You're spot on. There was some beautiful little link-up play there with Mohamed Salah. Obviously, for the goal that he set up Sadio Mane was great, but there was another precision pass he played in the second half. Absolutely split open the Arsenal defence. And do you know what's mad, Connor? That Arsenal team, before they made all the changes and stuff, they actually looked better on the front foot. I think Arteta got it wrong today. I think he got his setup wrong. I think he got his tactics wrong. I think it played into our hands.
It's kind of hard to tell though, just because we were so dominant, they couldn't really play their game anyway. But like, what are you suggesting? They sort of just came out and tried to get forward more rather than counter-attacking?
It seemed like they were playing to set up to sit back and hope to get the goal that they got on the counter attack, and they are terribly efficient on the counter attack with the pace, obviously, of Aubameyang, and then we've got Lacazette through the middle. But I thought we bossed the game for most of it. I really do. I mean, in possession, I thought we were better. I thought we looked like we had a plan to move forward. We knew what we were trying to do. I've given Arteta massive credit, and rightly so, in previous games. He outwitted Pep Guardiola. He outwitted us previously as well. But today, from the off, even when we went 1-0 down, I still felt like we were going to win this game. Now, I don't know if that's just because we're at a higher level mentally, but I want to give a mention today, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to come to your comments in a second, but I can't let this game go by without talking about the press from our front three in particular. It was immense today, Connor.
Yeah, it was actually just ridiculous. Like, we seen last week at Chelsea, Mane closing out Kepa leading to a goal, and today it could easily have led to a goal. Like, the amount of times that we just pinched the ball back off, like Rob Holding or David Luiz, or forcing them into, like, booting it long and miss-hitting it and falling to one of our midfielders. Like, it was just relentless. And, like, we've even heard Pep Lijnders talking about Jota now, saying he's just a pressing machine, so expect even more of that with him in the side now too.
Yeah, couldn't have got any better. Could have him coming on and getting his... I'm calling it his debut goal. It was his debut game in the Premier League, his debut at Anfield. And, Connor, just to add a little bit of extra sexiness to it, at the Cop End.
Yeah, it's a shame there's no fans there to celebrate it, but like it was great to see like the whole team basically coming up and giving him a big hug after he scored. Fully welcomed him into the squad.
Carl Rimmer 04, I absolutely agree with you, mate. Said Mane was so good today. And have you got the flick chat open there in front of you, Connor? How's the man of the match poll looking at the minute?
I'm just opening it up here now. Man of the match poll is going 58% Mane, Fabinho 19%, Alisson 15%, other 8%. So Mane is winning by a mile there.
We'll keep the poll open, as we said, till the end of the stream for you guys to announce the winner. But again, we've already given away the Liverpool shirt. But I want to get to some comments because I don't like doing the post-match shows without giving people a chance to share their views. Amazing result, boys. It was brilliant. It was tough, but I'll take it, said John Curry. Jota's going to be a beast, said Papandu. Andy Kirkman said the desire was massively there today and intensity. I think Andy nailed that. From minute one, we looked like we were at it.
Yeah, we really did. Like, other than the individual error from Robertson, and that's about it. Really. That was the only like major error anyone made. We just looked fully on, but like it is weird though because like we looked so intense and so up for it, but then we keep making them sloppy mistakes as well. So like we're doing all the hard stuff right, but then we're just messing up some of the simple stuff.
I suppose though, I mentioned that a lot during commentary, but I suppose to do the hard stuff, sometimes the simple stuff is the last pass and it's going to break down. I mean, I'm overly critical. We hold these guys to a ridiculously high standard. Tom Boland put a great comment in here. And hello, Tom, by the way. He said, Alisson was awesome today. And the important part, second part of this, Gomez looked like his confidence is returning. I thought Gomez was very good today, Connor.
Yeah, he looked to me, after being out for a while. Like, he's just looking good again. Played a good few balls, swept up. Again, no individual errors. Van Dijk, very good game too. That partnership looks to be getting back to its best, which is good.
Brian said the way Arsenal tried to play through our press was utterly adorable. I couldn't believe they were doing it. I couldn't believe they stuck to it. Holding looked like he just didn't want to have the ball when he was back there, and with our press, it's just I could get what they were trying to do, Connor, but I could not see that working out for them today. If anything, I think we should have done better the few times we turned over possession. As one of the things I'm talking about, Arteta trying to create an identity there with that Arsenal team. They don't have Pep Guardiola, Manchester City type players to play out from the back like that.
Yeah, I don't get why they persisted with it really, because like you said, we kept pinching the ball back. So like, why did they insist even up until like the 87th minute? We're still playing these little tiny balls out into the box. It does, yeah, like I said, like it's David Luiz and Rob Holding. They're not going to exactly be like just dominating with brilliant passes or anything, are they?
No, absolutely not. That back three. Yeah, you just look at it and think we can get at that. Folks, we're really closing in on 49k now. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream as well. Nobody going to talk about the class of Van Dijk's performance. Of course we are, mate. He looked brilliant today again. Casual, composed. What we expect from Virgil van Dijk. I suppose maybe we do take the big man for granted a little bit.
Yeah, even last season, like he got completely overlooked for like the Player of the Year awards and stuff, and I thought he was as good last season as the season before. It's just like you said, people kind of take him for granted now because they know how good he is. So a performance for him that's like a 12 out of 10 for any other defender is just a 7 or 8 for him. It's just a normal game where he's just absolutely bossing it. Apparently,
and I haven't heard this yet, Klopp will put Roy Keane in his place there in the post-match interview. I'm going to rewind my Sky back to have that ready for later on. Did you get to hear it, Connor, now?
No, I didn't see any of it. So can someone let us know what he said? Or
yeah, somebody in the chat let us know what happened. Brian alluded to it. He said that he had a pop at Roy Keane, which you love to see, but I can't wait to listen to this later on. Papandu said, I absolutely love this team. It's very hard not to, mate. They're class. Absolute class. Jota could have had a second if Salah had to get out of the way. It was a little bit unlucky, wasn't it? I mean, nobody meant to do anything wrong there. I don't think Salah even seen him. He was just running towards the ball. Thiago to come as well. Yeah, Connor, Thiago. No Thiago today. No Henderson today. And we still went out and put in a thoroughly good performance.
Yeah, I think I seen before the game. I think someone said Klopp confirmed he's out for the next 3 games or something. I haven't seen that myself, so don't quote me on that, but I think that was the news. I actually have that Klopp quote here now if you want me to read out to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said on Roy Keane, did he say we had a sloppy performance tonight? He must have been watching a different game. Nothing was sloppy. This game was exceptional.
Interesting. There you go. Joe Gomez, not the real one, our Joe Gomez said, Anfield agenda, no offence, but if we had another goalkeeper, Arsenal would have scored more. But we do have a great goalkeeper, mate, so who cares? I don't mean that in a rude way, but that's, you could say ifs about anything. The fact of the matter is, Alisson stood up twice, made 2 fantastic saves, and Lacazette shit the bed. That's the fact of it. Even with the goal, Lacazette got extremely lucky with the misplaced kick. But look, I accept your opinion. Player
That's a Frank
ratings.
Lampard thing to say.
It is, yes. Well played, Crosby. That is definitely a Frank Lampard thing to say. Player ratings, we don't usually really do them on the channel. Alisson, 10. And I very rarely ever give 10s, but I'm giving him a 10 today because he was exceptional. Money messing, you never get a 10 out of me. Alisson got to give a 9 to. We do this between us, Connor, so I'll do one, you do one. Trent.
I think 7. I think it was good, but he had a bit of sloppy things. If he hadn't been sloppy, he would have been 8.
I'm giving Robbo on the far side an 8. Obviously because of his goal to make up for his mistake, but just love Robbo, so I'm giving him an 8. Let's go. Pick a centre back. You can have whichever one you want.
Go Van Dijk 8. Just a good solid performance from him again.
I'm going to give his partner right beside him an 8 as well, because I thought they both didn't really put a foot wrong today. Moving into midfield, Connor, the big Brazilian ball, beautiful octopus that is Fabinho. What are you going to give him?
I think an 8 as well. He was just everywhere. He wasn't as involved as the game went on, I don't think, but like that first half an hour, 40 minutes, he was just everywhere, just picking the ball up everywhere, just intercepting everything. I think you call him the octopus a lot, don't you? Because he just seems to have so many legs, just everywhere, just getting the ball back.
Yeah, and look, he went through a little bit of a sticky patch, I think it's fair to say, but then he returned at centre-back against Chelsea. He was magnificent. He carried that through today. I'll fully back up your 8 there. I'm going to go for Gini Wijnaldum. Give him my rate, and I'm going to give Gini a good solid 7. 7.5 actually today. Didn't put a foot wrong again. Does what you do and you get from Gini Wijnaldum. Just energy, efficiency. He's very good at protecting the ball. He's somebody like Jordan Henderson, Connor, that often gets overlooked. I've seen some Liverpool fans this week saying that he's overrated. Very few now, by the way. Most people appreciate him, but I thought he put in a good shift again today.
Yeah, I suppose he does a lot of dirty work, and then when you look at his stats as well, his good work doesn't show up in them because he doesn't really assist too much or get I don't know what other stats you're looking at really, but he's a bit underappreciated because people tend to not watch the game and more look at what happened after the game to see his stats and stuff. But very similar to Henderson, as doesn't really get the plaudits he deserves at times. And
next for you would be Naby Keita. What are you giving him out of 10?
I think 7.5, same as Gini. Just very solid performance, just breaking the lines again, getting forward, good passes through to Mane a couple of times. Just good performance from him. Good team settling in.
I'm going to go greedy. I'm going to take Sadio Mane from the front three, and I'm going to give Sadio a solid 9 out of 10. I was worried. He looked like he was a little bit too up for the game, Connor, at the start. 2 early fouls, picked himself up a yellow, but after that I just thought he was magnificent.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely my man of the match. Just absolutely leading the front line that way. Just unbelievable again from Salah. I think was. I'm gonna give him a 7. I don't think he was that good today, but
I think it is a little bit. To be fair, I think
7.5, 8. I think 7.5. I go. I think I don't know. I think just that bit at the end, taking the ball off Jota, is just clouding my judgment here. But
I'm going to defend him on that one, though. The more I watch that back, I just think that he had the press on and he was following the ball. I don't even know if he looked at Jota, to be fair. But yeah, look, I think it was a good, solid performance. I'm going to give Bobby Firmino, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he did a lot of good stuff today. Came deep, received the ball, some great link-up play. Didn't really have a chance really to score. I think he might have flashed one that the keeper got a hand on. Then Diogo Jota, Connor, came on. Didn't get too much time, but we got to give him a grade out of 10 anyway.
It's hard to judge him on a few minutes, but he looked very, very bright compared to that game against Lincoln where he just didn't even seem to touch the ball really. He was getting involved from the second he came on. He was getting crosses in. Could have had 2 goals nearly. But getting that goal is going to do his confidence a world of good, and I'd say 7.5 for him as well.
Yeah, and look, Jimmy Milner gets a 7 back of his shirt. That's exactly it. We don't usually do some player ratings on the channel, but always happy to do it. Right, some more of your comments. How many unbeaten teams are left? I think there's 3 of us, is there, Connor? Us, Everton.
Us, Leicester, Everton. Is that it? Is there any others who drew a few, or anything?
Yeah, I don't care about draws, mate. Feck them. We're going for 9 points only. Look, can you imagine, folks, if we ended, it won't happen because they'll fall apart, but imagine if we ended up in a title race with the Ev, Connor. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Will be bad. Aston Villa are also unbeaten, 2 wins out of 2.
Fair play. From barely getting away from relegation last season to doing what they're doing this season. Nothing but credit to them. What have we got? Richard said, just watch AFTV. The crap they're saying is priceless. Oh, look, I've never been a fan of that channel. I don't understand it. It's car crash television. I don't get it, but each to their own. I've nothing against the lads on there. I've met Troops. He's a sound lad. I've done stuff with Robbie, sound lads. It's just not my cup of tea. But anyway, let them fume. We're going to just celebrate. When will Bobby get a goal? Said Base Face in Space. How much of a problem, Connor, do you think this really is for Bobby Firmino?
See, it's one of them ones. People don't really care too much when we're winning. If we suddenly drew a game and lost, and Firmino still playing this way, not getting goals, people would start to turn on him a bit. I think it comes down to if we're winning and he's playing all right, it sounds. If we start to struggle, then people start to think it's a problem.
Yeah, fair point. And then Mark Mean just pointing out in the chat, like you rightly said as well, Villa have 6 out of 6, which is a great start to them. Going away and beating Fulham 3-0 away from home today. Credit where it's due. And shout out to one of the members
Fulham are in trouble.
Fulham are fucked, mate. They're always going back down. See,
just not a good team at all.
No, not at all. And they can't rely on Mitrovic too much. Like, he's a great player and all, good forward, to lead the line for them, but they just don't have enough to stay up, I don't think. Scott Parker, good young coach as well, but they were a yo-yo team. That's the way I look at Fulham, and I've got nothing but respect for Fulham, but I can see them going straight back down. I want to give a shout out to someone in our Discord group, actually. Stuck a few quid on Aston Villa to score 2 goals in the first half today. Stuck 20 quid, and I think he won back 170 or something, so congratulations on that one. I know, fair play though. I mean, he called it out, and then 15 minutes later, boom. Andrew Griffith said, just watch Klopp grill Keane. What a man. You don't mess with Klopp. Klopp doesn't care who you are. Roy Keane, he's got to back his football knowledge against anybody, and rightly so. What have we got? Tony Murray said, rubbish. Firmino was excellent. Link-up play unreal. Who said he wasn't excellent? Did anyone say he wasn't excellent? Did we say he wasn't excellent, Connor? I think I said exactly that. Drop back, link-up play was good, in and around the box. The question came about his goals. That was the question I asked Connor. I didn't ask him about today's performance. I asked him, is it a problem that he's not getting enough goals? Because it's a topic amongst Liverpool fans, and we got to talk about these things on the channel. I don't think it's as much of a problem as others do, but we now have the QB Minamino, Diogo Jota there, Connor, so a bit of pressure might bring out the best out of Bobby again.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see a bit more of Minamino today, to be fair. He came on for half a minute. I would like to see him get 10-15 minutes, because I think he is starting to settle in now. He's looking very good against Lincoln the other day.
Have you got a calculator handy there for a second, Connor? You'll get where I'm coming from in a minute.
You already done the maths, 410.
410, there you go. Yeah, Mark the Hitman Caldwell just pulled this out. And this is something I don't think gets called out enough in the media, so fair play, Mark. Manchester City's defensive spend. Diaz 65 million, Cancelo 58 million, Laporte 58 million, Mondi 52 million, Stones 50 million, Walker 47 million, Danilo 27 million, Angelino 11 million, 410 million on defenders, and that Manchester City defence can still be gotten at. That's ridiculous, Connor. This is why we all sit back and just don't really give any credit to City, because that's just a joke, that amount of money on defenders.
Yeah. Especially when compared to ours, it's absolutely rock solid. 75 million on Van Dijk, fair enough. But other than that, it's 8.5 million between the three of them. So what was Gomez, 200,000 or something? Robertson basically for Kevin Stewart, and Trent obviously through the academy. It's not.
I think Gomez was a bit more. I think he might have been 1.5 million, if my memory's right. From Charlton, I think.
It was definitely something low on it. But does Pep not realise he can maybe coach players, make them better, rather than just opening his fucking checkbook every time?
It is mad as well, because you do think Pep Guardiola, you've seen the improvements he made in the likes of Raheem Sterling and that, so it is a bit mad that he can't seem to coach any defensive ability. But look, again, a whole lot of not our problem, Connor.
Absolutely.
A couple of people just asking about the winner of the competition again. Have you got the name handy?
It was James Bell, I believe it was.
James Bell 94, I think, if my memory's correct, was the winner. Yeah, but anyway, we will be in touch with James on Flick. Congratulations to him. But don't worry if you didn't win it. We've got more competitions coming up, and I really do mean that. I've already got 2 lined up for you guys. For all the disrespect Gomez gets, he was outstanding today, said Caspia. Again, myself and Connor thoroughly agree with you. My favourite part of what Gomez did today, Connor, was a couple of times he was pressured by 2 Arsenal players and he knew which side to turn and then just jogged away from them with the ball and left them for dead.
he's good at that, isn't he? Just taking that, like, get the ball and take like one big stride forward to take like one or two players out of the game. Like, he's very good on the ball, which is always a good thing to have back there. Like, I think he's probably learning that from Van Dijk a bit as well.
Mark again just helping us out. Gomez was 3.5 million. There you go. But whatever it was, bargain, absolute bargain.
What do I think of that? Did we have someone in squad who was only like 500,000 or something?
Well, no, we got 90 grand. We sold Keanu Hoover recently. I'm sure if I went through the squad, I'd probably be able to figure it out. But look, we're on the post-match show celebrating. Who cares? Fabinho looked rock solid today. He's been in great form so far this season. Now look, the transfer window's coming to a close, Connor. Looking like we're not going to do any business with regards to incomings. Potentially talk about Gini and Yadon's contract. But I just want to get your take on the ability or the option of having Fabinho as that fourth choice centre-back if Thiago and Hendo are fit and available.
It is a weird one because we've seen how good he was in those two games. And like, you could almost argue he is our second best centre-back now. But then again, you don't want to lose him out in midfield. But like, it definitely is good to know that if we are stuck, that we have like that quality of a player to drop back. And with Thiago now, we have an extra midfield option, so we're not really losing too much in midfield either. To be fair, like, we have good players to step in.
Yeah, it is brilliant. The quality that we have in midfield it really is exceptional. I think a lot of those players in the media particularly don't get the respect they deserve. I hear the phrase water carriers, workhorses. That to me doesn't do justice to that midfield. Brian Morrissey said Kyle Walker is one of the most brainless footballers of all time. Well, you know, I echo that sentiment. I think Kyle Walker is the epitome of somebody who's an excellent athlete, very well built, excellent engine on him, but I just don't think he has the football brain, Connor. I don't know what your take is.
It kind of reminds me of like when Usain Bolt started to play football for a while. Like I said, just unbelievable athlete. If you stick him into a race or try to get him run long distances, you'll beat pretty much anyone. But yeah, he just doesn't have the football brain.
What have we got? Go, Jota, go. Great to see the wingers from the fence bombing on the Lisbon Reds. Lovely to have you in, Gabrielle. Look, yeah, Jota, I'm so happy for him. I love when a player gets a goal on their debut, and I'm calling this his debut in the Premier League anyway. Brilliant, so happy for him. And you could see the camera pan to Mo. I don't know if you caught that, Connor, immediately, and Mo had a bit of a smirk on his face because he was delighted that, you know, Jota won't tap him on the shoulder in the dressing room.
I suppose it's almost like Robbo getting the goal to redeem himself. Like, the fact that Jota did get his goal then kind of means everyone forgets about the Salah thing. Like, if he hadn't scored, it would have been all over it probably. But yeah, it's just good to see that they're all just laughing about it anyway. No one's taking it too seriously.
Trevor 14 Sanders, a Wolves fan, comes in and said, what have we got? Congratulations to Jota. Lovely of you to say, mate. Anyone remember the Community Shield? Klopp berated Fabinho, and since then he's been world class. That comes in from Mac Tasty 187. Yeah, sometimes maybe a little bollocking from the manager is what people need. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 5 minutes left on tonight's stream. If you're enjoying it, please do hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 49,000 subscribers. I'd love to do it live on a show, and that means we can start to count down to 50k. Connor, did you ever think that little old us would get towards 50k?
Absolutely not. I remember thinking it'd be great to get to remember the struggle to get to 1,000 even. That took ages.
Yeah, this is what we often get. Why see people celebrating 200 subscribers, 500 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers? Any YouTuber will understand that feeling. Anybody that's been in their position, whether they're at 1 million subscribers now or whatever, you understand the milestones and you understand what it means to them, because it is difficult, Connor, to grind it out on YouTube.
Yeah, like, people say it's easy and stuff. Like, people don't really understand the work goes in the background, this kind of thing. Like, it's hard graft for what are we at now? Like, just over 2 years, like every single day. I don't think we've had like a proper day off before without something coming up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love what we get to do on here. Jota looked good, trying too hard. That goal will help settle things, get him back to his natural confidence level, says Juan de Ocampo. Love your content, Craig, well done. I often feel guilty, Connor, when people say that, because when people say love your content, Craig, I get it because I'm the one sitting here in front of the microphone, but none of this happens without the stuff that Connor does in the background, which I call the dirty work, because I get all the credit, Connor, and I'm not complaining about that, by the way.
Well, you're the face of it, really, aren't you? And like, you're the one that makes the content, so like,
the fact that I'm the face of that is scary, mate.
It's a bit daunting. I'd say that's not for me to be doing that anyway. So like, I'll let you have the spotlight. I don't want it.
Well, we'll let you guys in on a little secret. We are going to be launching a podcast probably sometime around the international break, and Connor's going to be a regular part of that, so you will get to hear his voice a little bit more. And I don't know about you, Connor, but I'm really looking forward to getting a podcast back out there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just like new platform to try break into, try get onto the like Spotify charts and stuff. I'm not expecting us to get into the charts really, but like just a new platform to do new content, start making, keep to switch it up for people. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting involved more.
There's somebody in the chat trying to say this is Salah's last season if he doesn't get 20 goals in the Premier League. It's obviously a trolling account, folks. Don't bother replying to him. Craig, is this going to be an undefeated season? I never, ever think about going undefeated. I didn't think about it last season. To me, I've been very consistent on this. I want to just get 100 points at some point. Whether we ever do or not at this point, I don't care. How big of an achievement, Connor, will this be if the Reds can go back-to-back? By the way, I know it's early days, but sure, let's dream.
It will be massive, wouldn't it? 'Cause like we've seen, not a lot of teams do manage to do it, especially not teams who've just won it for the first time in 30 years. But then again, it's almost unique circumstances in the fact that I'd say a lot of players think nearly all last season didn't count, but the fact that they want to win it and have a big parade and have the fans in the stadium, like it's a new goal really to win it again. It's not really the same. They're probably like almost forgetting about last season and want to get it so they can have the big parades and everything.
What I love about it was, and I said it last season, when we won the Premier League title, that takes an awful lot of pressure off the club. That 30-year nonsense is out the window. The clock restarts again. But all the words and all the feelings coming out of the club from Klopp are that they're out there to defend this title and win it again, and I love hearing that. Richard Ascombe said, I still want a defender. I understand where you're coming from, Richard, and I think the plan long term will be to bring in that defender. I just want to give a little shout to something I mentioned last night, will be worth keeping an eye on, and again, I'd love to know your take on this, Connor. I have a feeling that we're going to see Barcelona come back in for Genie before this window closes.
Well, they can fuck off. Not getting them.
I wonder. Do you know, man, I do wonder. I
don't think Klopp would be playing him so much if he thought he was going to leave in like a week's time, though.
Yeah, I get you. And I know Klopp isn't afraid to let him run down his contract. We've seen that with Emre Can before, and there are some other signs that maybe a contract dispute has been broken and maybe he will agree new terms at Liverpool. So hopefully that does happen. I've just read a few things that make me think maybe, I don't know. I hope he stays, obviously, because apart from the fact he stays, it does also add on to that whole point of Fabinho playing at centre-back that we spoke about. Without having enough midfielders, Fabinho doesn't have the option to go back there and do that.
Yeah, it's true. And like people forget, even with Wijnaldum, just his consistency. Like, didn't you say he's played the most games under Klopp? Or was he second to Firmino or something like that? But like, just the fact that he's
Bobby,
very rarely injured or missing, like that is a very important thing. It's like we can always rely on him to be there.
Exactly, absolutely. What have we got? You can't complain about Jurgen. The man is pure brilliance. Paul, I love him, mate. I couldn't think of any other man to manage this football club, to lead this football club, other than Jurgen Norbert Klopp. What a man. What have you got? Thiago is playing this Thursday, said Roger. I don't know, Connor thinks there's a bit of talk floating around that he might be out for 3 or 4 games, but we can't confirm that, so we'll have to wait and see.
David Lynch had up on Twitter, he was saying, like, Klopp said he'd be out likely until after the international break. So however many games that is, that will be 3 games, wouldn't
it? Tonight, then the game against Arsenal and then Villa.
Including tonight, though.
Yeah, the Villa game again next weekend. We will, of course, be live, folks, for the game on Thursday as well. I hope you can join us for that one. I'll be back tomorrow to give you guys another late night agenda. Anything you want to finish up with before we head off, Connor?
Just download Flick. Thank you all for the support on the channel as well. Subscribe, all that stuff. We actually had just ridiculous numbers this month. We were only showing Discord group this morning. I think this watch-along should bring us over 1 million for the month of September, which is ridiculous. We've never had anything near that before. Yeah,
to get 1 million views inside September is amazing. So again, like Connor has said, I just want to echo his comments. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. You don't know what your support means to us. We're looking forward to the season ahead. We hope you guys come on the journey with us. If you've enjoyed what we've done, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. But most importantly, don't forget to leave your comments on the game today. Let us know who your man of the match was. Actually, Connor, who finished up? I'm sure it was Sadio Mane, but just to make it official, over on Flick Chat, what was the final tally before we head off tonight?
I'll get it up here now. I'd imagine it has to be Mane, really. Yeah, Mane 62%, Fabinho second with 18%, Alisson 12%.
There you go. Absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Enjoy it. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 for the late night agenda. Do you want to sign off, Connor?
I'll let you do it. I think I'll let you. You're good at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, take care of your families. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Stay safe. Lots of love from us. Up the champions. We're going back to back.